Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Calling for Kanu'S release, two other stories, and a quote to remember. Calling for Kanu'S release, two other stories, and a quote to remember. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. The Southeast Senate Caucus last week appealed to President Muhammadu Buhari to release the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's sequel to the ruling of the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja that squashed the terrorism felony charges against him. We tracked two other stories from the nation's legislative chambers to delight your weekend. One, releasing Kanu. Senators from the Southeast region on October 20 begged the federal government not to challenge the judgment of the appeal court and make use of the opportunity presented by the ruling to consider a political solution in solving the Kanu issue in the interest of unity and peaceful coexistence of Nigerians. Accordingly, we appeal to Mr. President to remember the promise he made to a delegation of elders of Igbo land some time ago and release Nnamdi Kanu, especially now that the appeal court, by that ruling, removed the burden of interference from him. Going on appeal would ultimately negate that kind gesture, the caucus stated. From the current state of affairs, it would appear that the president is unwilling to walk the path of a political solution, given the ruling of the appellate court which has ordered a stay of execution of the judgment freeing Kanu. No doubt, the Kanu's case presents some complexities. Of note is the issue of rule of law, which encourages the state to constantly test the rules and build enduring institutions for orderly governance. So, is the government right to pursue the case to the highest court in the land? Perhaps yes. However, it must be said that the Buhari administration still holds discretionary powers to seek a political solution to the Kano quagmire. While the fears of looming insecurity expressed by government may not be unfounded, it has been argued that the worries can be resolved on the altar of dialogue. Will President Buhari see the wisdom in a political settlement, or will he continue to apply the full weight of the state through the court? Admittedly, the law is supreme, but that can only become conclusive only after the highest court have intervened. It is hoped that common sense would prevail. Nas Memory Lane, who said, "We have two Buharis in APC. There is President Muhammadu Buhari of the North, while Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the Buhari of the South. Governors of northern Nigeria did not only agree to concede power to the South, they galvanized their support and solidarity behind Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It was not a secret. So, I thought Vice President Yemi Osinbajo would have played ball being his kingsman. Two, Gbajabiamila on 2023 polls. On October 19, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, charged Nigerian students to consider the records of the presidential candidate at the 2023 elections objectively and vote for the best among them. Gbajabiamila spoke in Abuja when the National Executive of the National Association of Nigerian Students (NANT), led by the President Usman Barambu, visited him at his office. The good thing is that most of the presidential candidates, at least the front runners, have records. I am not pitching for anybody here, but look at their record. If you feel he deserves to be the president of Nigeria, please do not hesitate. Vote for that person based on his record, he said. In advising the students to vote for candidates of their choice, Gbajabiamila must be commended for his candor and forthrightness. The speaker's gesture is one that should be emulated by all politicians who are strategically positioning for leadership. There is no gainsaying the fact that the country is in dire need of a new political culture of tolerance. 3. Weighs on senseless killings in Plateau. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Idris Wase, on October 18, condemned the gruesome murder of the village head of Nyalom in Wase local government area of Plateau State, Alhaji Muhammadu Sanusi, by suspected bandits. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our